Hello and welcome to part 4 of my Let's Play of Napoleon Total War. Now before I really start playing, I need to get something out there. I've got people already talking to me saying, you're doing things wrong. I'm well aware I'm doing things wrong. Actually, it's intentional I'm doing things wrong. I should have addressed this in episode 1, but I'm not trying to make this a perfect campaign. If I was, you'd be sitting here for 20 episodes watching me build stuff, and then maybe 10 episodes after watching me fight and then win. The idea here is that I am actually having flaws so that later it's a more exciting campaign to watch, whether the French break through a sector or something else. The idea is not for having a perfect campaign, which is boring to the average person but is a reference for the experienced player, but rather it's more interesting for the person who doesn't play a Total War game. But if you're an experienced Total War gamer, you're sitting there picking out problems. Watching my own gameplay, I'm sitting there groaning because I know I'm doing something wrong, but I know I have to do something wrong in order to make it more interesting down the road. So that I got that out of the way, let's get started. Now, I did have someone complain about how I had a spy sitting around doing nothing. And that I had Navy, and as Prussia is supposed to ignore the Navy since we get no bonuses. There they are. Yeah, I had someone complaining about how I had a ship in port not doing anything. There's a reason I have a merchant ship in port doing nothing, and that's because I like to send them out in little fleets of 3. So therefore, if anyone's going to engage them, it's not a single ship I've lost. I can actually do some damage with 3, even if I lose all 3 of them. One thing I've been intrigued by is how the Russians got into Italy. I know generally how they got there. They went through Austria and got there, but it's an interesting development. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for France to take over most of northern Austria before I go marching in. Good, gentlemen. Need more of those. There's that spy they were complaining about. Okay, let's see. Gentleman into college, and see what I can do with the spy. There was no other spy. It was near Prussia, Poland. I think I already sent him into... No, I guess I haven't sent him into Austria, so I'll send that spy into Austria. Here we go. Here's what the complaint people had. Massive armies standing around, doing absolutely nothing. Again, sadly, reason for that. That's because as I get more techs, militarily speaking, they get experience. That's why I'm raising large armies now, even when I really shouldn't be. But again, that goes back to the earlier part of this video where I'm saying, hello Austria. No, I don't want to join war against France. Austrians and Russians will be bothering me about this for a good another couple episodes. Now, I had another, people were also talking, why do you have, bring up the diplomacy here, minor nations. See, Mecklenburg, for example. I have to take over Mecklenburg, technically speaking. But, if I can make them become a protectorate, their lands are considered mine, which requires good, really relations with them, so that I don't have to take them over. I can focus my military might elsewhere, towards France. Not have to deal with little city-states. Not have to deal with little, German states, I should say. So that's why I've got alliances with them. It's not because I'm gonna just break the alliance and invade them. No, it's because I'm going to make them a protectorate of me. Well, I'm gonna become the protector, and they're gonna become a protectorate, so that I'm just... Their land's considered mine without even having to invade them. Through the several games I've played in Prussia, as Prussia before, it's just the best way to do it. Otherwise, you're just wasting resources and troops which could be used against France, against minor little Germanic tribes and states. Speaking of which, so in 3 turns I'll have to be able to move that merchant fleet out, because it's just not worth moving one ship at a time. It's actually rather bothersome. Like I said, Russia and France are going to be asking me... Russia and Austria are going to be asking me to join the war with France. And did Hungary just fall? That's what I thought. I had stuck one of my spies in Hanover. Now, did France just take over? Oh, they did. They just took over Hungary. Wish they'd move their attention north, towards Prague and Olmütz, and then I could actually... the Austrians are decimated. They don't have much of a defense. No, I'm not going to break my trade agreement with France. It's rather useful at the moment. Now, I had another suggestion made by commenters about turning one of my secret societies into a college. And I've done that before, and the gains just aren't there. Because I'll need the... speaking of Merchant Navy, the reason I don't do that is because I need the spies later, but I also need the gentlemen and the research, so it's... no matter what way I go, I always lose something, so it's just not worth it. Speaking of which, that helped my economy a lot. And hopefully I got the issue resolved with my computer spannering in the background, I hope. I probably haven't, though. It'd be just my luck. If I can get a spy to Munich, that'll be useful. And of course, I didn't. Let's try it next turn. Speaking of economics, yes, yeah, I could decrease the tax rate, but I would just get rid of money I desperately need. No, I'm not breaking my trade agreement with the Ottomans either, Russia. The spy has been detected. Let's see. Yes, I got it in this time. Excellent. Now, where are we in terms of military research? Top galleons, and I won't have a navy until I start invading northern France, so time to focus from the military to industrial. I know for Prussia it's kind of lopsided, you should be focusing on industrials and military, but sooner than later I'm going to have to save Austria. So I have to focus military, and yeah, it's really lopsided how I have to do research with the current events. Yeah, let's see what else to do. Not really much. I just gotta sit here, making 8,000 gold a turn, which is neither impressive nor bad at the moment. No, Russia, I will not join your war against France. Not yet. I'm not ready yet. I mean, infrastructure-wise, I could, but militarily-wise, no. Recruitment still has to go up, mainly because I favor a blitzkrieg. Once I do attack, I've got 4 or 5 full armies just to wipe out several targets at once, while leaving a strong enough garrison back in Prussia in case the French manage to sneak around my forces. Now, let's see. This is starting to get interesting. The French just took something else, I think. So let's find out if it's been established. Oh no, they haven't. Just the way the map looked. I thought Milan had fallen to France, but it hasn't. Hanover does not mean a problem. And I think I've got cobbled. No, I don't. I lied. I've forgotten Seton, I think. Jesus. I swore I did infrastructure work last time. Guess I didn't. Oh, that's why. So I did get stuff done in Berlin. I thought I'd done it nationwide. I hate building roads here because I know there's gonna fall to the French. Well, actually, they won't fall to the French, but the French can use them to attack that city, so I'm never crazy about building roads because it's a double-edged sword. I can move faster into France, but they can also move faster to my territory. No, I'm not joining a war against France. And I think I'll end it there for this episode. I will see you in part 5.